Okay, here we are in the Ed kitchen. And over here, we have space empty, ready for the marinating that I did. Here, we have, that's stuff for marinating in the future, different sauces, and here's my marinator, and I've got more shelves for it. Not marinator, did I say that? Dehydrator. Okay, there's my dehydrator. Now, these two, this is the chicken. I actually left this out on the counter overnight. There's the beef. Okay, to now drain the liquid off of both of these and assemble the dehydrator and see how much of it can get on. Okay, we've got the chicken is on the paper towels. And I'm getting ready to roll it, and it helps get the extra liquid out. Yeah, from the marinade. Okay, we've already done the beef. Put it in the dehydrator until tomorrow. I figured beef will last a little longer than chicken if I were to put the chicken aside till tomorrow. But I'll just go ahead and start the dehydrating tonight. Getting ready to set up the dehydrator. And we'll roll this first, and it helps get the liquid out of it. Get the marinade sauce out. As well give the dehydrator less of a challenge, right? Yes, I knew you'd agree. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we'll go ahead and start putting pieces on the dehydrator. Look at that. Grab a couple pieces. Start stringing them out. Okay, these are going to be really cool, odd shape. They're not going to be like store-bought shaped jerky. This is the real thing, baby. We're going to, anyway. Okay, we've got the first layer of chicken. You can see it, it's all in there, and I put another a breather's rack there, and then I'm going to turn this over. No, I'm going to set it back down. I should put another breather rack on top of it so that there's two. Okay, that gives the air room to circulate. I'm going to actually flip it so that it's enclosed. See, and then I'll set this on top of that. Let's do that now. Right, and that stacks, and they catch on the edges. See? Now we'll take it and put it on the dehydrator with the lid. Now there we go. We've got the dehydrator going. Got it on high, and it'll smell really good. Chicken takes a lot to cook, so we put it on high. The beef, I'll probably put it about 2 notches lower. But since the chicken is so thick and very moist, it will take a long time to dehydrate. We'll have jerky. Okay, it's only been about 4 hours, maybe less, but it's already drying real good, dehydrating. So I took the lid off here for a little bit. And so that's how it looks after a little less than 4 hours. So in the morning, I think we might have some jerky. Okay, first I halved my apples, then I quartered them. And now I'm taking this knife. Not really a paring knife, I guess maybe it is. And I'm just removing the core, setting these up, and I put, then I sliced these further, and I put them into a lightly salted brine. Then I'll be putting them into the dehydrator, okay? So we're gonna have apple chips later. So that's pretty much the process for this, okay? Alright, I'm going to have some coffee and continue. Just wanted to show you I'm using sea salt, which I had heated in water so that I got the brine. And here is the finished product. I've already taken 2 of the racks off, and we're making a bag of apple chips. Now that was, what, about over a dozen apples. And after a dozen apples, this is pretty much all we're getting out of it. But believe me, these will reconstitute even in your belly. So beware. You don't eat too many. Get yourself a stomach ache. It's one thing to eat them when they're raw, but when you take them dehydrated and eat too many, then they swell. Your stomach can really hurt. Okay, so that's it. That's about a dozen apples, a little over, I think there's a little over a dozen, maybe around a dozen apples. And we got one good bag of, there we go, from our Ronco. I gotta wash the dehydrator. I'm heating up the hash. So it comes out of the can easier. It's funny, is every once in a while you'll see it poof, like a bubble, but the whole plug moves up. Anyway, it's very interesting. It goes poof. Kind of a steam principle, I suppose. You see along the edges it bubbling. There goes. There goes. There goes. There goes. Check it out, man. Was that cool or what? Okay, that's how to make. If you wonder how to get all the corned beef hash out of your can, that's one of the ways. Now, of course, you got to use a pot holder to pick it up from here on out, or a pair of tongs. Okay? So, this is brought to you by Ed Knutson. Hope you've enjoyed this corned beef hash rising incident as much as I have. Poured my hash out. I just slightly tugged on it with the spoon, and then I spread it out amongst the tray, and now I'm going to put it in my little mini oven for a while, toast it up on the top very well, and then place some eggs on the top. So this will taste pretty good. I'll show you. Of course, we're going to put a little black pepper on it first, so I'm going to show you me some black pepper. So I wasn't shy, but it's tasty. The pepper, especially ground pepper, just tastes much different than the old dried black powdered stuff that you have laying around. So grind yourself some pepper today, and it'll bring a little spice in your life. Wait, okay, that's corny. Bye. Peppercorns. I get it. Bye. Okay, we baked the hash in the oven. See, it's still bubbling. Okay, now that's a lot of grease and fat. That's one of the reasons I put it in there and bake it. I know I'm not really burning anything, but I'm heating up that grease real good. So now, you may not be particular to paper towels. Oh, they got bleach. We'll get yourself some, the kind that you like. Don't complain about the kind I use. So I'm going to flop that on there, and then flop it here, bring the whole thing over, kind of pat it together, take a lot of that grease out. Alright, now I do this one-handed because I'm using the other hand for the camera, but let's see how that works. Alright, I just don't want to grab that yet. Pick it up. I know how to do it. Bring it over here. Like that. Yep. Came off nice and pretty. See? Look at the grease that's already soaking in. Alright, so let's... Ow. Alright. Let me put that bag over there. Okay, we'll get that over there. Let's see. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. This is the flip side. This was the bottom side. Now see, we still have the... Look at all the grease we've taken out. Still got a lot left in there. So if you want to hopefully move it around, pat it some more, maybe put another piece of paper towel. Paper towel doesn't really stick to it, because once the paper towel gets so much grease in it, it makes it kind of unstickable, if you know what I mean. That looks pretty good though. I've probably released, you know, a good half maybe of the fat that was in it, or a third. So I've reduced the fat in this. Now, I'm going to put this back in the tray, and then I'm going to heat. I've boiled some water and poached some eggs. So after this starts heating up, I'll have the poached eggs drained, ready to place on top of our bed of hash. Okay, and this will be a little toastier this time, the corned beef, because the fat was actually kind of keeping it. All right, I just flipped it back over. See how well I did getting it in the pan. All right, I don't have a big team of people helping. Well, there's a little sticking, but that's good. That means there's not a lot of fat left in it. A lot of that wetness there is probably what do they call that stuff that comes out of your faucet? Water. Yeah, so the rest of that's probably water. But anyway, not all. But all right, I'm rambling here. But what? This is the bottom side now. The other side, if you remember, we had cracked peppercorns, and so we've got to do this side too. Okay, I got a little more pepper back on there. All right, now a little bit of liquid smoke. I'm gonna dribble over it. Let's go ahead and do it. Now that's gonna permeate it and make it all taste all maybe breakfast bacony, but not, you know what I mean. You get that smell of bacon. All right. But the other thing we don't have is the main happen to have bitter syrup. Okay, so for a little bit of that, this is real. Remember, it's not that dehydrated, rehydrated, redesignated, vegetative, BHA and SSPT, and for preservative action only, therefore, and 2%. All right, now this stuff is pretty, even though it's runny, it's delicious. All right, so it's gonna get ready back in the oven. All that greasy paper that was soaking up the grease and the fat from the corned beef hash, wadded it up and placed it back in this corned beef hash can. Now when I go to the dump, I know this because I used to be a trash person. Drove a big trash truck, the great big ones that haul off ones. Had to go to the dump. Well, if you put something in the can like water, like paper, it'll absorb water, and if this gets in the dump and crushed, it'll help it rot it from the inside out quicker. Okay, I just made that up, but it's green. It's an idea. Okay, so all right, throw it away any way you want, but this is the way I do it. Okay, no, really, it helps it corrode from the inside out quicker, and the outside in, and it meets in the middle, and it actually makes a pretty tasty dish for the soil. You know, if the soil could eat, but it does. I guess it rusts this away. So you're cooking for the Mother Earth, okay? Think of it that way. Okay, I knew I'd figure a way to get you to do it. See? It's down there. Getting happy with my other... Okay, I just poured the water out in through the coriander. And that's one other thing. Careful, if you break that cheap faucet, I'll take you off the air. We got an egg stuck in there. Unstick that egg, man. Okay, so we're gonna lay those on top of our bed of roasted corned beef hash. Yeah, I soak my dishes immediately after, so nothing starts hardening, and then by the time I've done a few more things in the kitchen, I can come back, just finish cleaning that pan, put it away, and well, it's not away, but these were just from this morning and probably last evening. So anyway, get your dishes completely clean at all times. Okay, so to enhance the eggs before we put them on the corned beef hash, we're putting some Creole Foods, what is it, Tony Chacha? Tony Chacha's Creole Foods, Creole seasoning. Makes everything taste great, and I think eggs are part of everything. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Okay, so I'm gonna turn these and my little rice paddle, and it's kind of fun turning them over because they kind of slip back around. So we're gonna Tony Cha-Cha these now. Okay, so this is gonna be great. So we're done with that. Now I'm gonna take the corned beef hash out, place these on top, and then put the whole thing back in for a few more minutes. Okay, just so you know what, we've taken these out. See, there's just starting to crisp up a little bit because we got most of the fat and grease out, or a lot of it. We've got these on both sides. The eggs are coated with the Creole seasoning. Yeah, baby. Now we're going to place those on this and back into the oven with you. So let's see if I can. There we go. We'll see, move that around and lost a little of that Tony Cha-Cha. Let's get that one. Ta-da! Oh, good balance. Tony Cha-Cha season. Okay. So there's my eggs. I'm going to clean that out, put that on top, and then back into the ovens with them. Okay, I've chopped up one of my favorites is I love tomatoes. I may just eat. No, yeah, I'll eat this one now. Okay. So the rest of this is going to go on top of our eggs. Well, they won't sit on top of the eggs, so we'll just place them around alternately with the eggs. So we'll have chicken fruit, which are eggs, and then we'll have tomato, which is a fruit, and then we're going to eat it on top of that. Oh, and when I brought it out of the oven, you couldn't smell this, but I could smell the smoke and the maple both coming off of that corned beef. So it's going to be lightly sweetened with a smoky flavor, a maple, smoky, I mean, you may like bacon, but this is gonna. They were only back into the oven about 3.5 minutes together, so they're kind of acquainted. Let's see what we're doing with the tomatoes. There's me and me and me. So we get mater, still got mater left over. Put a mater in that corner, yeah. And put a mater down here. There we go. Alright, back into the oven with you for about another 4 minutes, and then, by golly, you see the way it's starting to get crispy? The corned beef hash. So it gets a little crispy underneath. This time I'm going to put it on furnace. Well, it's kind of like a furnace because convection. Convection, my foot. It's a big wind blowing. It's a fun. Okay, it's back in the oven, my dirty oven. I haven't cleaned it in about, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to clean up this mess and we'll continue. Okay, there's breakfast. So that would feed 6 people. A light breakfast, but it's gonna feed me 2. Alright, maybe 3. Yeah. Not 1 though. I couldn't eat all that in 1 meal. No. Oh, well, I don't have the other hand free, but okay. I think with 2 hands I'm like hey, the theory was good. That's all I know. Alright, let's get some of that. There we go. Straighten up here and rearrange it, and the customer will never know. See? Put that back over here. Kind of hard working with just the one arm. Alright, there you go. Ain't that pretty? Put a piece of something else down there, or a sprig or something, and camouflage the area. Is that what they do with like the sprigs camouflage? Yeah, let's make it look better. Yeah, throw a sprig of parsley on. Alright, here it is. That's it. Got a little almond milk and some Aloha tea, mango coconut, black tea, bunch of different flavors from the but this, it does have a bit of the hickory and the sweet and the mapley taste, and it's just okay. So this is the last you're gonna see of this because it's gonna pass. Never mind. I ate 2. with some of the hash, and I'm full. It was very filling. So I'm gonna put the rest of this in the refrigerator, or, well, maybe tomorrow morning. We'll see. Maybe later today too. So I'll take that spoon out. Put that. Okay, so to the fridge it goes. Okay, you caught me. I didn't really go put it back in the refrigerator. I absconded with it and drank more of my almond milk. It was delectable. The hash, it was hickory smoked and maple and just lightly toasty, roasty, and crunchy. Not quite, but I couldn't stop myself. And the seasoning on the eggs, warming the mouth, and between the two, it's just, well, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. Okay, you forgive me, don't you? Thank you. I knew you would.